Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's DFS Stats and Facts with your boy Ned Mac. No Mac today. I don't know where he's at, but we got to get it going. I know he had a game today. I had multiple games today. I'm still out here, as you can see. I'm literally outside, cooped up in the car right now, but we got to get this episode up. As always, subscribe, click that bell so you can know when we put up episodes. We covered the Monday slate. Not Monday slate, I'm sorry. We covered the Sunday slate. We covered Monday Night Football, as well as Thursday night, and so on and so forth. Off rip, I want to get into this DFS value. We have early, Pat Mahomes is still on fire. You got him at 7.5 for overpriced value. But if you really wanted a lower value and quarterback, I would go with Danny Dimes right now. He's hot. I know he played Tampa Bay last week. Still got to prove something. But at 5.3, I would take him. LaShawn McCoy is still playing again. Running back wise, so I would take him because Damian Williams will still be out. So LaShawn McCoy, he had one receiving touchdown as well as a rushing touchdown last week. And then you got Gallman for New York coming in for the injured Saquon Barkley, who will be out about 4 to 8 weeks. So pick up Gallman for 4.6. He will have at least, I'm projected that he will have at least 11 to 15 or more fantasy points because he's going to be getting that love, especially with Danny Dimes very hot right now. I'll hop right into the elite sleeps. Y'all still sleeping on DJ Shark, whatever. Pick him up at 5,100. Larry Fitzgerald is still out there. And what's his name? Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is still balling. He's trying to ball out, but his main target right now is between Larry Fitzgerald and my boy Christian Kirk. But Larry Fitz right now, he's looking like he just got back in the league or just started in the league. Greg Olsen as well. Pick him up. He's been balling with the boy Kyle Allen, and that will let me go right into I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a lot today. It's a lot going on. There's literally a game going on right now. We really do this football life, and it is out of control. I've been out here since about 6, 7 in the morning, but we getting it. I cannot stop. We got our stars in charge again, Pat Mahomes, but also I want to bring up Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett has been doing it for the Colts, doing everything he's needed to do for the Colts since this whole Andrew Luck transformation. I think he's been doing great. He's going against the Colts. Is going up against a 24th passing. They're against 24th passing. Who are the Colts facing? I believe it's Oakland. Yeah, the Colts are going against Oakland. Quote me on that, because I'm pretty sure it's Oakland. And he's been balling out of control. Bums to stay away from: Mitchell Trubisky and unfortunately Tariq Cohen. Because of Mitchell Trubisky, Tariq Cohen has gotten nothing. He's at 4,600 right now on DraftKings. This is all DraftKings, by the way. But week 1 he had 8 receptions for 49 yards. Week 2 he had 4 receptions for 18 yards. Or no, he only had 2 receptions in week 2 and week 3. Week 2 and 3 he also had four rushing attempts in week 2 and 3, but he only had 18 yards and like 22 yards or something like that. It's not really doing it for you fantasy-wise, if you know fantasy like that. Injuries to look out for: Edelman is questionable tomorrow. Hilton is doubtful. I already talked about Gallman to replace Barkley. And badass kickers, I'm coming at McManus because he missed an extra point. Lutz missed the extra point. And Fairbairn for Houston, he missed a 56-yarder, which was very crucial at that moment because it would have put his team up, or at least tied it up. But a badass kicker in reverse, as good badass kicker. Again, Joey Sly, man, balling out there. He's 7 for 8 on field goals and 8 for 8 when it comes to extra points. So he's doing his thing. Waiver wire watch. I want to shout out Disley. I think he had about 1 or 2 touchdowns last week with Seattle. Had a really late touchdown. Seattle still end up losing, but it's not all about that with fantasy. We're worried about those fantasy points. Disley, if you need a tight end or a backup tight end, having tight end issues, period, pick up Disley. Gallman, again, for the New York Giants. Pick him up this week if you already haven't. Jordan Howard, my man, for the Birds. I know you saw that Thursday night game. Jordan Howard balled out. He had 3 touchdowns. One of them was receiving, but so what? He was balling. Finally, the Eagles used him correctly. I was very proud of my squad. last Thursday. It was great. What was that, 2 days ago? It was beautiful. They finally did everything I talked about on our Thursday night episode. You can go back to that, check it out on Thursday night. It was beauty. I mean, to do that against the Packers, a very strong Packers team this year. And I said it, AR was still going to have a good game, but we made sure he didn't have a great game. He even threw an interception that sealed the game for us. Very big W. Anyway, my week worries, though. I want to bring up the New England's defense. And this is crazy. And it's not really a worry, but it's more so I don't think that defense is going to be that great this week. And here's why. The Bills are on fire as well, just like the Patriots, okay? Singletary is still out, another injury. But Frank Gore is in, a veteran. And he has been balling. And I think Frank Gore is going to ball out again this week. Offense-wise. Defense-wise, they're going to have trouble with Tom Brady. But it could be a shootout if Josh Allen turns up. If he doesn't, they're screwed. But I think that defense is not going to be as great this week. That's my only little worry this week. I really don't have too many worries. Rookies on the rise, though. You got Josh Jacobs is going in. Anything he does. He's only 5,100 on DraftKings right now. And he's going up against, the Josh Jacobs Raiders. Going up against the Colts, I believe. Again, don't quote me right now. I am like flying through this episode. I apologize for the quality. It's probably all cricket. I don't even know, but I gotta go in. I do this for y'all, man. DFS Stats and Facts. You already know what it is. I got y'all. We have a new segment now. 2 new segments, actually. We have running backs running-ish, and we have wide receivers wildin'. I'll start with running backs running-ish because he was a bum to stay away from last week. And that is Lindsey for his Broncos. He went off finally, got his 2 touchdowns. Going into that game, he had no touchdowns. That's why I had him bummed to stay away from. But this week, he was a running back that was running-ish. He was doing his thing. Jordan Howard, again, he had 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown on Thursday night. Running back running-ish. He did his thing. I was very proud of him again. Mark Ingram had 3 touchdowns, hat trick by himself, just going in. And wide receivers wildin'. You got Tyler Lockett, who had a great game last week for Seattle. Mike Evans had 3 touchdowns, but I would look out for him this week. I think Tampa Bay was just going against it was a shootout type of game with New York. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff going on in that game. I don't know if Mike Evans is going to have another hat trick in his whole career, let alone this week. But he was looking like the number 1 target for Jameis Winston, as he should be anyway. O.J. Howard is still quiet, but he did have about 9.5, 9.6 in fantasy last week. But he was balling on my bench because I had Mark Andrews in, who I have more trust in. But he only gave me 4.5. That's fantasy, folks. You got Devontae Adams, who went off on my squad. He had about 10 receptions for about 184. No touchdown because I believe he got injured in that game as well. Cooper Kupp, 11 receptions, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wide receiver wildin' all day long. On my fantasy team 2 years in a row. Love you, Cooper Kupp. I love it. I can't really do my picks for this week right now. But what's going on in the league? Antonio Brown is now enrolled himself in classes. And obviously he is not playing for any team anymore. And said that he's probably done forever. So that's that with all that. But no more Antonio Brown news for a while. I think we're done with him. Also, Julio Jones, I got to shout him out. He is overpriced in DFS at 7.8, but this week he is trying to chase a record. So he averages about 25.2 right now in fantasy. I think he's going to have a really good game. You see where I'm at? Look, there's people all over the place. I am out here. This is probably going to be the shortest Sunday night or Sunday Slate video, but I got to do my thing for y'all. It's really late on Saturday. I don't know what's going on, but I had to put this up. Who else, man? I want to make sure I covered everything. Only thing I don't have is the picks right now. Again, I apologize for that. But you know what? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because I just peeped. I do have another phone in here. And we might have to use this real quick. Because I do want to put these give y'all my picks for this week, and I'll definitely wrap this up for y'all. I thought I'd be home by now. Scheduled games all over the place. Like I said, I've been out here since 6, 7 this morning. But that's no excuse. I will always put these videos up for y'all. NBA is about to start, so we're gonna get that popping, as stated before. But yeah, man, DFS Stats and Facts, we in here. Let me get these NFL games up, and I'm gonna give y'all my picks, what I think is going on this week. All right, so you got Redskins, Giants. I am in the NFC East as an Eagles fan. Redskins, Giants. I told you I'm hot on Danny Dimes right now, so I'm gonna go with the Giants. Chiefs, Lions. Chiefs. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Titans, Falcons. Now that's a good one. But again, I think Matt Ryan is playing much better this year, and Julio Jones is chasing that record. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons on that one. Browns and Ravens. I'm gonna go with Ravens. Shout out Mag. I don't know where he's at, but Raiders, Colts. I'm gonna have to say Colts on that one. Raiders is playing good ball. Josh Jacobs, I like what he's doing, but I think the Colts, Jacoby Brissett, Marlon Mack right now, turning up. Even without T.Y. Hilton this week, I think the Colts get that one. Patriots and Bills, that is a very tough game for me. I've been going back and forth all week. But I'm going to say that the Patriots somehow, some way, sneak off with that game. Panthers, Texans. Whew, I would be shocked and would have to give it up to Allen if the Panthers get that win. But I got to go with the Texans. I'm going with the Texans on that one. Chargers, Dolphins. Chargers. Dolphins still don't got it together. Buccaneers, Rams. I'm going with the Rams. I would be highly surprised if the Buccaneers pull that off. Seahawks, Cardinals. Seahawks, I think the Seahawks defense is going to have a day, but I also think Larry Fitzgerald is going to have a day. If Kyler Murray gets it hot going early, Cardinals should be all right. But the Seahawks is pretty pissed off about that last game because they were playing comeback football, and they almost pulled it off, but they didn't. So I think they're going to come out this week and get that W. Vikings, Bears, very good NFC North battle. But I'm going to have to get that to the Vikings. Again, Mitchell Trubisky is a bum to stay away from this week for me. So I think the Vikings is going to pull that off. Cowboys, Saints. I think that will be a great game without Drew Brees for the Cowboys. However, his name is Alvin Kamara. Teddy Bridgewater is not a pushover. So I believe that him, Michael Thomas, and the Saints defense is going to pull that off against the Cowboys. No beef against the Cowboys, but you already know I'm an Eagles fan, so we got beef. But that's not even why I'm saying that. I just think the Saints is a better team. Bengals, Steelers, that is going to be a great game, and a great game to end off that week of Week 4 football. Whew, that's a tough one. Bengals, Steelers. Wow. I did not see that even coming. But you know what? Monday night, prime time. Woo! I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers, man. Andy Dalton is forever a bum to stay away from, but he is playing better football this year. But even going into this whole thing that I had with DFS Stats and Facts, I always said that Andy Dalton would be a bum to stay away from every week. But he has proven me wrong on some occasions. He's playing better for fantasy. However, the Bengals keep losing. But I'm going to go with the Steelers on that one. I think Juju and them might be able to pull something off. James Conner, I probably see him going off on the Bengals defense. But I think that's going to be a great game, even possible overtime. But we'll see. I'll try to get back on here. Instagram is popping off. You can follow us on DFS_Stats and Facts. We are on Instagram now. Facebook as well as this YouTube channel. I really appreciate the support. We're still growing. We're still getting together. But I appreciate all the people that are out there and following us up. Thank you. Just thank you. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We really know this. All we know is the truth here. I love y'all, man. And I'll be right back here on Wednesday to talk about the Thursday showdowns. And on Instagram, we'll probably get it popping off after the Monday night games, before and to talk about it after. Thank you again. It's DFS Stats and Facts. Your boy Ned Mac. I'm out of here.